Hi, welcome again. Hope you're doing okay. Wherever you are, I hope all is going well. And do share in the comment section below where it is that you're listening from. We live in an age where it is all about who sees what, who knows what, who can vouch for what. And because of that, what we now find is deeds are done for the wrong reasons sometimes. Some people call it clout. Can I achieve virality by doing this? Can I achieve virality by doing that? So the meaning of what it means to be good gets lost in between the cracks somewhere. We're now skeptical when somebody does something, but sometimes you see that act that makes your heart melt, and you see those comments that reminds you this is what it means to be human. This is what it means to be kind. For some people, it brings tears to their eyes. For others, it brings that determination to want to be good. And for some people, that sense of envy. I wish that was me. I wish that was you. And you see some people go out there wanting to do a similar act. You get cursed out because you're a copycat. You get called names, and that makes you even more angry. Is it the case of we lack honesty, we lack decency, we lack this sincerity? Is that what's going on? Or is it just a case of we need to sit back and reevaluate what it means to be us? I saw a video of a statue that was put up of three guys trying to rescue a dog. And obviously, they eventually did this, and this was years before the statue was put up. That was my understanding of it. And it took me back to what would have prompted those people to react that way. The dog was stuck in the middle of a river that was flowing, looked lost, couldn't get back up. And humans did what humans always used to do: band together and rescue, band together and rescue. And that simple act of kindness was then captured. So it wasn't done because they wanted to capture the moment, it was done because of instinct. Trouble equals time to act. And it doesn't mean that our time to act will always be the same. I know for crying out loud, I can't swim, not a confident swimmer. So if something like that was to take place where I was around, I think they'll be rescuing me and the dog because, yes, I love animals, most importantly, dogs. But do you put yourself in a position where you then become the one that needs rescuing, taking the limelight away from what is going on there? Yeah, there are times that calls for that, where somebody is in trouble, maybe they're being attacked, and you get in there just forgetting that moment in time because you just want to save someone. But I suppose the point I'm trying to make here is we need to peel back the curtains and stop always thinking we need to act for the camera, because it is within those moments where we're not acting that that genuineness comes out about us, and that's what connects with who it is that we're trying to connect with. Somebody is hungry, and I'm just about to feed that person. Do I need to capture that? If that's what you do as a content, your immediate sort of reward is kind of gained from that, I suppose. But there are also people that do things without needing to be seen or known or heard about, just doing it. And it's between you and that person. And that's the end of it. Do I need to get my camera to make sure that somebody captures when I'm trying to help somebody that's just fallen over, an elderly person that's struggling to cross the road? Or can we just do things because somebody needs our help? Can we just do things because that's what we do? That's who we are. So many times you've seen things happen and you capture the authenticity. Other times where people do stuff and they try and describe that thing and they wish that there was somebody watching or could have captured it in the camera, on the camera, so that it could be displayed so people can see how helpful they are. Isn't that the thing that is causing a lot of the pain that we now have? Because without the camera, we're a different person to who we are with the camera. We're with the camera, we're this smiley, jokey, lovely human being that just wants to help everyone, but behind the camera, we are this unkind, unpleasant, and mistrusting human being that nobody would want to know or hang around with. Is that any surprise that we now find the people that we pedestalize when the other side of them come out? We're like, whoa, couldn't believe that that person could do something like that. One, we should always believe that everything is possible because we're humans and we're bound to make mistakes. And two, in front of the camera, what is that person really portraying? Question, question, question. Because our true intention sometimes isn't really shown, which is a shame because we should be about connection with people. When we've got ourselves to a certain stage, we should be able to link arms with the person behind us that's also trying to climb the ladder that we've just finished using, rather than trying to push it away so that they can't use it and they have to find a way of getting their own ladder, building it to the standards and the length that we've got to them start the race or start the climb when we could have made it easier by showing them some of the mistakes that we made and allowing them to take half the time to arrive at the destination. But no, because we went through that struggle, we want them to go through that struggle. Does it have to be like that? I don't believe it does. I think if we can do anything, is we can drop the act for starters, for the camera, and just see people for who they are and try to make the connections. That person struggling, yes, I've got no ties with them. But what about if that was my brother or my sister or my parent? Would that treat them differently? That person over there struggling with that project, rather than laughing at them, what can I do to make their life easier? The homeless person, if that was my relative, would I want them to be captured behind a camera of somebody trying to show how generous they are at their expense? Maybe that person doesn't want to be recorded. Maybe they just feel they have to be because that's the only way they get the good deed. So it's a trade. So is it necessarily a good deed if they have traded for it? These are the questions we sometimes fail to ask ourselves. So they've worked for it. That means it's not necessarily a good deed then. The way we would act if there were no cameras, smiling at someone that's looking as though they've had a terrible time, saying hello, wishing somebody a good day, and just being a genuine, kind, pleasant individual, leaving your mark on the world that when our time has come, what is it that people remind you or remember you for? He was always lovely. She was always pleasant. They always had a smile on their face, regardless of what it is they're going through. They always wanted to help, regardless of if they could help. They touched people in a different way. The way they make you feel about what it is that you're going through was different. And that should be what we strive for. Because all of these likes and views and all of that, it disappears as much or as quickly as it comes around. And it's down to the next thing and the next thing. And if that's all it is that we are doing it for, then it's meaningless then. Because the people that praised you today are the people that are gonna condemn you tomorrow when they realize you're not being authentic and genuine. So what am I trying to say? Don't forget to link up to the person behind, because that could be the turning point that they need, that you didn't know they needed. That could be the weight off their shoulders that they've been waiting for. That could be the thing that stops the person from giving up. One word, one smile, a hand reaching out, and just acknowledging that they exist. It happens to us, and we are not alone in this. Other people are out there feeling the same pressure that we are. Let's not allow ours to blind us from seeing that they're humans too. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. The one time that somebody has been able to make that difference and put a smile on your face. That one time that is allowed you to feel seen. The one time that you felt that somebody's linked up with you, just like you wanted. And let's talk about it. Until next time, people, you make sure you look after yourself and you stay safe. It has been Kings. Peace. Bye for now.